Welcome back, everybody. Yes, it's amazing, the weekend games, and we're just going to touch a little bit on the Champions League. I know this is going to be a bit touchy for Ben. This is Ben. Let's go with that match. Okay, Arsenal at home, Emirates. Arsenal won. United
1-0 deficit to begin with.
Yeah, and
everything to play for.
What actually happened?
What happened? Ashley Cole slipped. Sorry. Kieran Gibbs slipped. He's going to replace Ashley Cole in the England squad, so I'm confusing the names already.
Good cover. I love that cover.
Kieran Gibbs slipped. He's been doing fantastic so far. It's really harsh for him. It happens to the best. Park was on form, got in there, saved well. Ronaldo dived, but took a very good free kick. Munoz should have saved still, but 3 minutes spell, 11 minutes gone, 2-0 down. I think this is what annoyed me the most. Not that it happens, but that after that, the players look defeated. Oh. And this is what I think is really missing from the Arsenal squad. That decision to say we're not going to just let fate dictate our game. We are going to dictate the game. And I mean, you can argue, and again, I recognize this, that anyone going 2-0 down to United is going to be a big ask. That's why the European champions and English champions. But how badly do you want it? And that's what worries me more than the result. The fact that you're not going to make things happen. You're just going to surrender to fate almost. Because they had 80 minutes to come back, and they just didn't look like
I know, Ben, they started well, They started well in the game.
They started phenomenally well. They really started well. But that's the thing. Sounds like the Chelsea game, isn't it? Chelsea game, not only they started well, they played well and dominated. But what happened? 4-1.
Bruce, the starting part, were you when you saw the game, did you feel a bit jittery because the way Arsenal came straight forward in United?
Precisely, they were like running directly at United's defense, trying to stretch the United's defense by going through the flanks and trying to whip crosses in. Luckily, Vidic and Rio Ferdinand were able to deal with those crosses.
But this is the thing that gets me, and it's bloody stupid. You know what I mean? Why whip crosses in when you don't have Bentner on? Because nobody else can bloody hit the ball. So I can't swear, right? I said bloody because he cut his head.
We forgive you for that.
So,
I know it's
ridiculous, isn't it?
It's been a horrendous week for you. I can imagine in Liverpool, and talking about Arsenal supporters, they're really feeling it.
But this is the thing that gets me. If you're going to play those tactics, then put Bentner on. Because he's the only one that shows the ability and the interest to actually go and attack the ball.
I thought Adebayo was quite tall as well.
But he's useless because he thinks he's Henry and he plays deep.
I did mention I've always said Bentner is a good player, remember?
I've never argued with you.
I said that. If you ask me, I like Bentner. Anytime.
And his goals speak for him.
He works hard. He really works hard.
He's got about 17 goals this season.
Yeah,
but the thing is that sometimes he's got this off thing, he switch off sometimes, and is it because, how old is he?
He's only 21. I mean, and like I said, his escapade at the nightclub, if it wasn't a setup,
that was horrendous.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, he hasn't done anything illegal. He's been set up. I mean, I'm not too bothered about that. But for me, it's like, this is what sometimes gets me. I mean, based on the first leg alone, United deserve to be through. So I'm not going to be overly bitter about it. But the problem for me was that after 11 minutes, the game was over. And the players gave up.
Well, you can't actually blame the players because United scored with their first chance on target, with their first real chance.
But you see,
and it was helped by Kieran Gibbs' slip. Then after that, there was another sucker punch by a 42-meter free kick.
Now this is the thing: if you can score 4 goals against Liverpool, and Liverpool at Anfield have not been generous, you know what I mean? What is there to stop you from trying? This is what I liked about the Chelsea game over the weekend. They didn't stop trying. I mean, that for me was even more frustrating because, frustrating from a player point of view. As a spectator, I wasn't too bothered. But from a player's point of view, it's like, they keep trying, we keep getting hit, but they refuse to give up until maybe the 4th goal went in. Then they'll just...
Okay, we've got to move on to the next match. I know time is really running out for us, right?
Barca-Chelsea.
Yeah, the Chelsea... This was an amazing game,
Controversy everywhere.
What was happening, guys? Okay, we'll start with Edwin. What was happening? 1-1, but it started off with 1-0. And it was actually Chelsea's, and then suddenly they just, everything, like, after they scored, they just like, and they just like sat back and relaxed, come at us, and we'll just
I surprise you.
No, we're just asking before we get to you, Ben.
Well,
you know?
Personally, I felt that Chelsea deserved to go through. I felt that way, because I thought the referee had an off day. Had a very bad off day. He had wrong decisions on Chelsea's side, on Barcelona's side. A red card that wasn't meant to be. 4 clear-cut penalty chances that were not given. And the referee killed the game. One can't help but think conspiracy.
Ben?
Well, I don't think conspiracy as such. I feel sorry for Chelsea because Hiddings' plan, he had a good game plan, but I think the players let him down in the sense that you don't sit on your laurels. You're playing Barca, for goodness sake. Yeah, you've contained them, and Barca were very ordinary. If there's one thing Man U can take from that, they can be made to look ordinary.
But the were very good. You know, they were sleek. You know, the way they
moved. Sounds like Arsenal, isn't it? Great sleek passing to end product. Yeah. So don't tell me about all this.
Sorry, but Barcelona can shoot from outside the box. Like Iniesta did.
And can also concede 3 goals like they did over the weekend when they were 3-0 up. Okay, so they remind me too much about Arsenal. So anyway, back to the point.
That's because they're on.
All the more if you know that they've got to play, and Iniesta deserved the goal. Iniesta deserved to go through because he was playing his heart out.
Okay,
so you know you're playing against a player like that, you can't afford to switch off. And I think bad karma. I hate to use the word, but you go and get into people's faces, you piss off referees, 50-50s are going to go away. Do you see what Drogba did at the end, what he was doing? What's that going to do next season? It's going to come back and bite him in the backside.
That shows exactly what Chelsea needs to do. They got to get their discipline right. That's one thing they really got to do. I know we got some main matches, unbelievable. Next weekend, or should I say this coming weekend, beg your pardon, we've got Manchester United against Arsenal. This is unbelievable. Look at that, And then we've got Everton against West Ham, Middlesbrough against
Villa,
Aston Villa, Newcastle against
which they're going to lose.
These are some of the matches.
Middlesbrough are more likely to beat Villa than Newcastle beat Fulham. Mark my words.
And then the Sunday matches, these are Saturday. Sunday matches, we got West Brom against Liverpool, Chelsea against Blackburn. Now, this is going unbelievable, and I know it's sad. We just didn't have time to touch a little bit on the Barcelona Villarreal. Amazing! It was one crazy match.
Very quickly, I'm coming back to the Chelsea thing. I think the biggest fallout is, I think the way they lost, they have let the manager down. Hiddink will not sign for Chelsea. That will be the biggest fallout from the loss, because he sees players like that without the discipline, players who take it easy. I don't think he wants to sign for a team like that, and I feel really sorry for the real Chelsea fans.
Okay, guys, we've got to take a big break here. We're going to be back.
A week break.
Yeah, we're going to be back next week. I'm quite sure Sarah and Kyong is going to be back with us. Once again, we'd like to thank Ben over here. We've got Edwin, Bruce, myself, RJ.
Hi, dear.
Thank you very much. And we'd like to thank the team for putting this together.
Thank you,
team.
In the room.
Let's give a big round of applause.
Big round of applause for them.
Okay, we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.